Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is February 23rd, 2024, and Ronald Araujo has confirmed once again that he has no intention of leaving Barcelona. Also, it's reported that the club are currently in the market looking for new physical trainers for the team. And finally, Barcelona are hoping to extend Rafa Marquez's contract as the Barca Athletic coach. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. Both links for kit bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now, begin with the news that Barcelona are set to face off against Getafe in La Liga tomorrow, Saturday, February the 21st. And this will be a very important match because Barcelona need to get the 3 points, especially since we have some difficult matches upcoming in La Liga. Now, let's look at La Liga table to see exactly how Barcelona is doing. But as you can see, Barcelona are currently in third place with 54 points, with Atletico Madrid right behind us, only 3 points. So tomorrow, very important. We need those 3 points. And also more importantly, Girona are only ahead of us with 2 points at in second place with 56 points. So again, very important to get those 3 points to try to cut the distance between us and Girona. And finally, Real Madrid sitting in first place with 62 points ahead of us by 8 points, which is still not a big margin. So every point will count from now until the end of the Liga. So very important that Barcelona get those 3 very important points against Getafe. Now, as usual, Xavi Hernandez gave a pre-match press conference ahead of tomorrow's La Liga clash. And in regards to Getafe, Xavi Hernandez said, and I will remove the logo so you can see, but Xavi said tomorrow is a very important game against Getafe. They are very well coached by Bordalas. They are not a defensive team. For me, they are a brave team with a very high defensive line. They have taken points at the Metropolitano, and they always compete. They are a complicated opponent, but they are 3 very important points for the fight for the league. Now, as usual, not surprised by Xavi Hernandez's statements, again saying that every opponent that faces Barcelona is going to be a difficult one. So by this point, I'm not really surprised. But I do have to say that I do expect some difficulties in tomorrow's match, not because Getafe is some incredibly difficult, superior opponent to us, but by the fact of what we saw in the first match against Getafe at the beginning of the season, where Getafe is an extremely disruptive team. They play very dirty. They don't mind continuously disrupting the play. And of course, during that match, the referee unfortunately allowed Getafe to do whatever they wanted, so that did not help Barcelona's attempt to win. Hopefully tomorrow, the referee will not allow all the dirty tricks that Getafe usually employ. So in that aspect, I do expect some difficulty in the match, but given the difference in quality of players, I think Barcelona should be able to win. But of course, whether they do or not, that's a different story. Now, Xavi Hernandez was asked about Robert Lewandowski's improved performance. In regard to that, the Barcelona coach said, Robert is a consequence of the team's improvement. He is better positioned, and we are attacking and defending in a more organized way. Maybe he's being more effective, but that's because we're better positioned. Now, I think this is where I agree with Xavi Hernandez. And this is something I said a lot before when I defended Robert Lewandowski. I said the reason for his poor form is, of course, the team's poor performance as well, because the team is not creating chances. The team are not feeding Lewandowski the ball in the box. How do you expect him to score? And lately, we have seen the team being a little bit more proactive as far as creating chances, a little bit more effective in feeding the ball to Lewandowski. And as a result, we've seen him score more goals. Of course, we need him to be in better form or more assertive in front of goal. But nonetheless, let's not forget that Lewandowski is, after all, one of the greatest strikers of our generation. And let's also not forget that so far he has scored 18 goals and provided 6 assists this season. So not completely incredible numbers, but nonetheless, still good numbers for Lewandowski, who, again, his poor form is partly due to the entire team's poor forms. So let's not forget that, and let's not continue blaming the entire team's bad performances on the Polish striker. Now, finally, Xavi Hernandez was asked about Ronald Araujo, given that there's been a lot of talk in the media that Bayern Munich are trying to sign him. There's other interesting clubs in Ronald Araujo, and in regards to that, the Barcelona coach said, "For me, there is no doubt. Araujo is the present and the future of Barca. He is already one of the captains and a leader in the dressing room. He's a fundamental player for the future of the club." So Xavi Hernandez letting everyone know the stance of the club, that of course Araujo is the present and the future. He's a fundamental piece of the team. He's a leader in the locker room and on the field. He's a captain. So Barcelona have no intention of selling Araujo. As I reported before, Araujo is considered an untouchable player. So no matter how big the offers that Barcelona get, they're not going to consider it because he's simply untouchable. Of course, there's been a lot of talks of Bayern Munich wanting to sign Ronald Araujo. They were hoping to sign him in the winter. They contacted Araujo and his agent. Agent took the meeting but said, "We're not interested." And then there were talks that Bayern Munich will try again in the summer. They were hoping to make €100 million offer, thinking that Barcelona will not be able to resist that offer given the financial situation. But despite that, Barcelona are insisting that Araujo is not for sale. Of course, Araujo himself has said that he doesn't want to leave the club. And now he has given an interview where he has affirmed that once again, making it very clear that he wants to stay in Barcelona. Now, in this most recent interview, Ronald Araujo said, "I am very well. My family is very well. I am very well in Barcelona. I am very happy here. I have been here for almost 5 years, and I show that every time I wear this shirt on the pitch, and I will always do it. I am very happy to be here." Now, Araujo was directly asked whether Barcelona fans should be, worried about him leaving in the summer, and he said, No, I'm very happy here at Barcelona. So Ronald Araujo, once again, confirming that he has no intention of leaving, that he's very happy in Barcelona, and his family is very happy in Barcelona and the city of Barcelona, so no intentions of leaving the club. Through Xavi Hernandez also confirming once again that they have no intention of parting ways. So no matter how much talks there is in the news that Bayern Munich want to sign him or whoever wants to sign him, both the club and the player confirming again that there's no intention of parting ways. Now, on to the next news, because it's reported that Barcelona are currently in the market looking for physical trainers because they want to work on the team's fitness. And it's reported that Barcelona are looking for elite physical trainers. They don't care who the coach that's going to be coming, whether it's going to be Flick, De Zerbi, whomever. Barcelona still want to hire some top-of-the-level physical trainers because they are worried about the club's or about the team's fitness, and they think that that's part of the reason why the team has not been performing. Now, this is where I think the club is erring, or where the club is falling into the common mistake of blaming it on fitness. I'm glad that the club wants to get top-of-the-line physical trainers. I think as a big club, we need that. We need top-of-the-line physical trainers to continue working with the players' fitness. But we cannot fall into the trap that many other clubs around the world fall into, that whenever a team is doing bad, they automatically think it's a fitness problem. I don't think it's a fitness problem in this case. This is simply a footballing problem. We have a team with no identity, with no style of play, with no structure, with no ideas of how to play football. And that's what results in the player walking around the field aimlessly, moving the ball really slowly, not knowing what to do. This is something I've talked about a lot, about the lack of mechanisms, about the lack of automatic passes that the team are not practicing during training sessions, and that's why they move the ball so slow. It's not a physical fitness problem. For example, against Real Madrid in the Super Cup final, Barcelona had already lost by the 10th minute. We were down 2-0. You telling me that's a fitness problem? You're telling me the team was already tired by the 10th minute? No. So again, I'm glad that the team are looking for top-of-the-line physical trainers, but we cannot fall into the trap and think that that's what the problem is. The problem is lack of any footballing ideas, and that's what Barcelona need to be working on, and not just blame it or chuck it to the whole fitness of the team. Now, speaking of coaches, we will end today's video with the news that Barcelona are looking to extend the contract of Rafa Marquez, the Barca Athletic coach. Rafa Marquez's contract expires this summer on June 30th, 2024. And it's reported that the board are very happy with his work. They think he's doing really good work with Barca Athletic. They think he's doing really good work with forming the young talent. And as such, they want to extend his contract by 1 more year. Now, we're going to have to see whether Rafa Marquez will accept this extension, because as he's made it clear in previous interviews or previous press conferences, he does have ambitions of becoming the first team's manager. Of course, Barcelona are not considering Rafa Marquez for that job. They're looking for outside of the club. So we'll see whether Rafa Marquez accepts to extend his contract or whether he ends up leaving the club because he has hopes for the first team. And since he's not going to get that job, we'll see whether he ends up taking a job somewhere else. Hopefully he stays. I think Rafa Marquez, I do agree with the club that Rafa Marquez has been doing a good job with Barca Athletic. So we'll see whether he accepts the extension or not. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button. Also, please drop a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all the news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.